Hey guys, Dark Prometheus here, back with another episode of our Sons of Legends franchise here with the Blue Jays. And we made some trades. Not sure how y'all feel about it. I guess I'll find that out when the episode does air and you kind of tell me how you feel about it. But we needed to make a play because this is what our depth chart looks like. Springer's locked on. Let's start out in left field. Guerrero's locked on long term past 2025. Springer until past 2025. On right field, Hernandez has 3 years before he needs a new contract. Going at third base, Guerrero long term, 2025 is when he'll need a contract. Bitchette should be around the same time. Biggio should be the same time as well. Now, with Tells, I don't think he's going to go up very quickly, very fast. But I think Rogers should go up fairly quickly. Marcus Semien is also on a 1-year deal. McGuire, and what we do at catcher is probably Moreno. The bullpen, we are going to have to change and mess with. But look at our pitching. So when we look at this, Robbie Ray and Roark are gone after this year. We needed someone to bring in that would play for a couple of years. Get our pitching better. We're 25th in the league. I think we were at like 27th, so we're a lot better. Our defense isn't the greatest as well, but there's that. And then we come in and our rotation looks kind of like Ryu, Glasnow, Manoah, Thornton, Pearson, our top pitchers in the organization. We probably add one person in free agent. So it's really just Ryu, Glasnow, Manoah, the free agent pitcher, and maybe we bring up Woods Richardson at that point. We do have some people that could come up. Joe Willard really comes up to be our closer. Posh is in there in the bullpen as well. Coffenstein holds at AAA. Same thing with Sol Dyer. Zach Lowe still holds at AAA. Maybe he's in the bullpen. But really, we needed to think about what we were going to do. And I think the trade for Brendan Rodgers was a good one. Good young talent. He is going to be at the MLB level. And at this point, I think we do make a trade that something does happen. Or not a trade, but a move that we know he is capable of playing, and that is first base. So Vlad is going to be playing first base for the foreseeable future. He will be the guy that does play our everyday first baseman. That means at third, it is going to be Marcus Semien and Brendan Rodgers. So Brendan Rodgers will be in the lineup at this point. He'll be batting last at this point. When we are in a no DH setup, Marcus Semien will be in and batting. We need to change up our lineup because of the fact that we need a spark in this lineup right now. And the spark is getting the best players out. Semien is playing well. Tells is playing well here and there. However, I think Brendan Rodgers and Marcus Semien batting in that place is much better. So, we needed some kind of boost. Kirk is not batting very well. Neither is Jansen. Maybe McGuire is the one that ends up batting better in the long run. He's not batting very well either. So, I mean, what do we do at catcher? We have multiple catchers at the MLB level, and none of them look like they can be the guys. Moreno is batting pretty good at AAA. I think at this point, if Moreno actually continues to play that well, we bring him up. But I don't know. So we haven't seen Tanner Roark at this point, but one thing I do want to see is what the energy level of all the pitchers are. The only way you can see that is in full game roster portion here. So Glasnow just pitched a few days ago, so it's not ready for him to go, which makes sense. As we lose that one, Tanner Roark, we're going to see this one here. Is we're going to take this to draft day, and then we'll kind of do a draft episode where we kind of look at some prospects, things like that. A pre-draft look, as you would say, at the end of this. Okay, Tanner Roark, this is what we're going in the lineup. Let's see how Kirk can do it. We haven't seen Kirk. Maybe he can bat well. When it's Cousins, Hazley, Harper, Lewis, Dorius, Realmuto. Some good players here. But this is a team that's having struggles like we are. We are at home, so there is a DH. We are not playing in Philly, so there's that. There's Roark, a 4.64 ERA, 7 starts, 5 no decisions, 2 losses. Not something we would expect from our second or third pitcher.
Count is 2 and 1.
Technically, I think he was our third. He's still technically our third, but at this point, with how he's pitching, I think he begins to be our second. This one's going to be up and caught running into the wall. But it will be caught out and right.
Batting second, the left fielder, number 22, Andrew McCutcheon.
Maybe the trade for Glasnow changes something on this team.
The right fielder, number 3, Bryce Harper.
And the position change for Guerrero to first. Might be something good as well. We're going up against Zach Eflin. Has 2 no decisions, 1 win, 4 losses, 5.65 ERA, 1.42 WHIP, and 36 innings pitched. I think we can hit him. All right, Bo, come on. We can do this. Very late. Not great PCI placement.
Batting second,
Okay, Biggio.
Cavan Biggo.
Ooh. That was a good curve. And that was a 1-2 count, I think it was.
The center fielder, Joel Springer.
I was protecting, but that was a pitch I should have smacked.
Got a full count, 3-2.
Springer can hit good, and he's back on his horse. Batting 266 now. And that's a good curveball. Way out in front of that. Alright, 1-1 count. That's a good placed ball. Hit out and left, easily playable. We'll say before MLB 21, I was mad about playing with a DH. So I felt you needed more strategy because you had your pitcher, bunting, so on and so forth. You can't just swing for the fences. But now I'm starting to slowly understand why it is, while the league wants to maybe, is Brendan Rodgers there making his first play at third for the Jays. But I realized why the league wants to maybe go to DH for the entire league, and it makes sense. We are in an auto, so if we play the National League, we'll have to worry about that, but I do like the fact that it's not so much strategy as you have to worry about players that can actually hit the ball. There are some pitchers that can hit the ball, like Shohei Ohtani, who plays DH, which I love. Because the guy is an absolute beast. There you go. Vladimir Guerrero. 322. I think that's 6th in the AL. And that was a chopper. I thought that was much more up in the zone. But you got to watch out for players that can actually hit the ball. It allows you to have more players on your roster capable of hitting the ball. It actually makes you have more hitters, and default actually helps the players out more in the grand scheme of being at the majors. Because it means you're holding an extra hitter on your roster instead of an extra pitcher.
Batting up, the third baseman, number 4, Scott Kingery.
Can't get to that. Like the Cubs right now in real life, they're playing because Wisdom is playing so good right now, and I think he's really only a third and second base guy. But they have him playing third base and Chris Bryant playing the outfield. Like if there's a DH there, one of those guys plays DH only, and you could still have the great hitting. But that was going to be lower in the zone. Still have the great hitting from those teams. Okay, Brendan Rodgers. Seen his first at bats as a J. That's going to be hit. And that's going to be a single. Let's go, Brendan Rodgers. Getting a single out here, baby. We're going to see Alejandro Kirk. We haven't seen him bat. That's a good sinker inside. I should have yoinked that out in left field. Got too much under it. I think Rodgers could be a guy that really comes through. And I want to do something different other than trading for the same players I did in my A's franchise. Ooh, whoa. So I went with Rodgers. Class now. Even though I thought about trading for Tyler in that franchise. Ooh, that's just foul. That might have been called a strike if I would have let it go. That'll be a single up the middle. And Bitchette.
Now batting. For the second baseman, Cavan Biggo.
All right, come on, BGO. Inside. Threatening to score here.
Nope, that's a ball. 3 balls.
George Springer comes up next. I didn't get enough of it. I thought I did. It's a very deep center field though at 400. Oh God. That was nowhere where I wanted to put that ball. And that's smacked. It's Adam Hazley. Another one! Tanner Roark is just not the answer right now. Do we bring up Chatwood out of the minors?
Now batting. The center fielder, Kyle Lewis.
Like, it's a time for Richardson just to come up and pitch. And there's another one! And that's not so much he missed his placement, he just... Wow! Roark cannot keep this ball inside the park right now.
I got 2-1 to count.
That is 3 solo shots. Likely because he just is not throwing very hard. If you're not going to throw very hard, you have to be able to control your pitches. And he's not doing that very well.
That's a ball. I got to count 2 and 2.
Got lucky with that one. This should have been a swinging strike. To get down. Barely. Away.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
And that's a slider. Away. We're inside technically. Okay, Hernandez.
Up next,
2-1 count.
the right fielder, Teoscar Hernandez.
Like that sinker. Could have probably put it in right, but I more often would have tailored it right at the right fielder. Oh, there's a lot of movement on that slider. Unlike Roark's. Oh, that slider.
Now batting, left fielder, Lourdes Gurriel.
Like Real. Inside. He's going to pitch around him. And Vlad will come up. I'm not swinging at that. Even though I probably would have hit that out of the park. Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm not swinging at that right now. I'll swing at that one though.
The batter, the first
I mean, that was a
baseman,
good timing. Got a little bit too much under it.
Jr.
Oh, that's off the plate. Ball two.
It's ball 2, Blue, not 3.
That's ball three.
Guerrero, one of the most dangerous players in the league. And that is going to be a single. Oh, come on, he's safe. Oh, probably not. He gets barely thrown out. The play there in the hole. We need you a little bit faster. That's gone. Okay, that's it for Roark. You just can't keep the ball inside the park.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. Now pitching for the Blue Jays, number 22, Steven Max.
Two balls, two strikes.
Merriweather's going to take Roark's spot. I don't know what we're going to do with Roark. He's going to be in the bullpen, though.
The third baseman, number 4, Scott Taylor.
Bullpen needs to be revamped. This lineup's going to be revamped.
Out.
Now back, designated hitter, and Hosey.
Got him.
Okay. Four hits. All 4 solo shots. Like, that is unreal. 1-2 count. I have to protect if it's close. Oh, slider. Slider getting me every time. Okay, here's Rogers. He has one signal.
Number 16, Brendan Rogers.
And Rogers! The man has a double! Let's go! Coming through!
Now
We
back,
needed some spark, and Rogers is giving it, but no one else on the team is doing the same thing.
One ball, two strikes to count.
Oh, I thought it was 1-2 count. That was going to be a called strike 3 anyway. Or called strike 2. Okay. Okay.
now
Maybe we just force Kirk to have at bats and get better. Oh, look at the snag there.
He's out.
the right fielder, number 3, Bryce.
I just, that was operator error. Well, this is getting out of control, so let's just get through this one.
Hit him. First base. Out. Ball four, take the base. Ball four, take the base. Three.
Your attention please. Now pitching for third base, number 61, Christopher
He's out. That's ball four. Three. Out. You're out. 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 He's out. You're out.
6-2. Do some critical situations now. Then we'll do a little draft preview.
Our final line score this afternoon.
What we're kind of looking at. In between episodes, I will put our trade block together. Ooh, that's not good. Fractured forearm. That is going to mess with a couple of our lineups. Pitching rotation here. Tanner Walker's done. Merriweather, you're back in the rotation. Reds. I'm going to give me Michael Lorenzen, TJ Zuak, Forstwall, and Barucki. We've made this trade, but this is a trade I'm being offered. I'm going to bypass this. We've already done it in our A's franchise. That's why I'm going to bypass it. You get the first against Boston. Glasnow gets that one. Tanner Roark out of the bullpen does something useful. Robbie Ray, not great. Noah gets that against Tampa Bay. You have critical situations. Yeah, they are on. And here it is. 10-game hitting streak for Guerrero. Also an opportunity to walk it off. See here, our pitching is a 4.42 ERA, 27th in the league. Not great.
Pinch hitting for the Blue Jays. Number 13, Lourdes.
Ooh, I wanted that ball.
This changed defensively for the Blue Jays.
See how this looks.
He's out. He's safe. You're out.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please.
Three.
Now
Three.
pitching for
Wow.
the final line.
I mean, Proch just gives it up in the 10th inning. I mean, it's going to be a spot start. For Roark. Actually, it's going to be a spot start for Thornton if he gets there. This is an attempt to win the game. Or at least get the game going. Away.
1-0.
Hey, clutch up. Your turn right here.
Let's go. Good base hit there. What we needed. 0-2 with Reese McGuire.
Now batting. Number
Is he going to go into a double play? Please no. No, he's just going to swing and miss. And then throw his bat. Biggio. Might need something.
second baseman, Cavan Biggo.
Infield fly roll.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. Pinch hitting for the Blue Jays. Number 27,
Going better up there.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
We got the single, but no one else could drive the last two home. Robbie Ray. Tanner Roark blows that one.
Leading off for the Yankees, the third baseman,
Nope,
number 29.
Nope, that's a ball.
Now batting, center fielder, Aaron.
Ooh. It was at least close, Blue. Ooh.
I got to count 2 and 2.
Okay, that's foul. Not by much.
Nope, that's ball 4. Take the base.
I'm not going to give him an easy.
Now batting, second baseman,
Off the plate, ball 1.
DJ LeMahieu.
I missed that. That's operator error. Go one there.
The right fielder, number 99, Aaron Judge.
An intentional walk. Nearest base.
Now batting, first baseman, Roark.
All 1's the count.
Void's just as dangerous. Ooh, I thought he hit that in play. Got him! Out of the big jam to get the win and the save.
Fans are
Post just needs to get on fire, rack up some saves. But at this point, I'm doing it. I'm sorry, I can't handle. I can't handle it physically. It hurts too much. It is done. It is over. Tanner Roark experience is done and over. I don't think we're really going to get much for him, really. Miguel Cabrera, yeah. Rick Cabbage, that is interesting. 22 years old. A potential. It's very interesting that you would give that. Vodnik? How about that either? No. I think Vodnik is probably the best one. Michael Baez, I don't know about that. Give me a decent prospect, I would take it. We did this in our A's franchise, so I'm not going to do it here. At this point, I think Kopech will end up being a starter for us at some point. There's Trey Cabbage. This could work. A lot of outfielders though. I'm gonna take Vodnik though. That is done and over. Tyler Roark experience. Can't handle it anymore. It hurts. And I've sold Dwyer up, which means we need to mess with the pitching rotation. Double A. Triple A. Okay. Keep going. We can't have him screwing up our innings pitched. Put him on a 15-day list. Catches in 3 days. Ooh. Sold Dwyer is going to take over that. Okay, so we're up on the draft right now. Let's take a look at who had good and bad months. So Woods Richardson struggling, but he's not coming out of that rotation. He's just gonna have to be better. Malone was hit hard at AAA. Heistine played well. Forrest Wall played well. Polito played well. Okay. So at this point, let's look at this scouting look. Okay, so we got a lot of blue chip prospects as pitchers. We got a couple like Lamar Eldred that I've been looking at. Also was looking at Frank McClung. I would likely see McClung as a better prospect. Better prospect in the short term. Like he'd be higher. They say it'll still take 2 years for him to be ready. So we're still looking at him being 23, 24 before he's even ready. So maybe Greg Collier is probably the best bet, although he's going to need some work. We'll have to see if we get him. We're going to try to take a blue chip prospect with the first pick, if there is one left. We have a lot of closing pitchers here. If I were to pick a closing pitcher, it'd be Richie Morales. He'd be ready next year, they say. Or I would pick someone, probably Murillo, or or Roger Fernandez. We do have one blue chip here, Cedric Downey. I don't think he's going to be a guy that is picked early, but I don't really need catchers. There is no blue prospects or blue chip prospects at first base. At second base, there is one, JJ Richney. Born in Maryland, he's a pull hitter. They say it'll take a couple years. At third base, it's Miguel Sanchez. It also says 2025. But here, looking at the vision on the right side with the boxes, blue and red, I think probably the best one at third is Doug Kershaw. Or maybe Ron Holland. So guys that are up there at 21 and 22. Dave Weiss. The other blue chip prospect is Roger Miranda out of Venezuela. I'm not big on his vision at the plate. And then Vinny DeJesus. Ooh, with the power. Okay, I can get behind this guy. Looks like a decent DH hitting wise. Probably has some good weight on 201. Okay, weight. Pretty good hitter vision wise against righties. Not great against lefties, but I think that could definitely be pushed through. Play all outfield positions. He is 21 years old, but if he comes and he can be a good fast player, but they say 2025 plus. I don't think he's a guy that's going to quickly develop. Going through the best scouted players, Peter Kobayashi. Ooh, jeez. Second baseman, no secondary positions, but I think we can train him to be something else, or he becomes our everyday DH at this point. Wow. We'll see what he can do. Tadahito Yamashita. Oh, God, he's a good contact hitter. Plays second and first. Ooh, that's a good one. David Biggs. Right field, can play all over right field. Good contact, not great power. Good vision, though. Fred Hackett. Oh my God, this is the pick right here. Fred Hackett, center field, can play all of them. Great batter. Not great in the field, not a big arm. So he plays mostly left field as a primary, I'd say. That guy looks like a beast. So Frank Hackett is one. Out of the pitchers, I do need a pitcher. That's one of the biggest things. I mean, Billy Rudiano here. He needs some work. Jared Gosselin, at 21 years old, up here. I'm not big on that, I don't think. Anton Torres. Or Anton. I think I'd rather, if I had anyone, Greg Collier. Anyone on? No. Omar Chavez. Not really. The timeline's a lot longer. Bogate? Or Bobby Bugate? I don't know. I don't know how you would pronounce that. Diego Molina. Okay. Steven Landgraf. Here we go. Mexico. Decent hitting. He's a project, but he could be something big. Benito Rosa. Rabuto Guzman. Looks pretty decent. I don't know, man. Peter Kobayashi. Or Tahito Yamashita. Looks like the best. I think I would go with Tahito Yamashita. Anything. He's 5'10". Plays second. Can play a little first. If we bring him up, he's a reserve guy. If we bring in Peter Kobayashi, he's really just a guy that comes in and plays DH. Fielding is 50. So yeah, this is probably my pick if he's not picked in the top 5, top 10 or so. Is Peter Kobayashi will be my target. We do have Alberto Rincon. Doesn't look all that great. Yeah, Doug Kershaw. What about Lewis Kipling? All that great. What about Jorge Saldana? What about Carlo Navarro? No. Brones, no. DJ Jimenez. Bret Hart. Michael Talbot. Michael Talbot, good contact hitter. So at least that's that. John D. Villar, no. Roger Bagley. Again, Pena. Michael Hernandez, no. Yeah, I would say those are my top targets right there. The two and David Biggs looks good. Francisco Medeiros looks like a mixed project, but I think he could be good. Kind of reminds me of Vinny De Jesus. All right, guys. So there's your little draft preview. We went through about what, half an hour of some gameplay, then kind of went through the draft at that point. I'm gonna leave a couple days between this episode and the next. Allow you guys to look at the draft, make some suggestions below in the comment section of what you saw with some of those guys. We are 8.5 games behind the Red Sox. This is a very hard division. I figured we'd be at third, and we'd be fighting over that second wild card spot. We are only 4 games behind the Rays, but at this point, this is going to be a great rebuild series at this point. On top of the fact that we are pushing to get the 3 guys into the Hall of Fame. And I think this is a good one to kind of go through, where we'll end up going through the season in about 7 to 8 episodes. So probably every 10 or so. Because we'll have some all-star festivities. And then depending on playoffs, we'll have more. We'll have a couple minor league showcases for episodes as well. Especially if we have any prospects that I really like. Like, we're definitely going to take a look at Woods Richardson down in the minors. And a couple of other guys down in the minors as well. If I had to pick, it'd be Woods Richardson would be one of them. And then the other guy I had in mind was Gabriel Moreno was one. And there was another one. Jacone Diaz, if he's not up at the majors. And then whoever we end up drafting, of course. We do have to pull up someone from Single A, right? Why do we have to pull up someone from Double A? Oh, Double A, because we have that injury. The pitching injury. And I don't want to pull anyone up, even though we have this injury with Phelps. The injury? No, this injury to Colin Proch. That's a long-term injury, though. So it's going to be like that for a long time. We're going to call up Chatwood at this point. Put him in the bullpen. And AAA, let's bring up Hunter. That's how we're going to kind of play that one at this point. All right, guys. Feel like I said, I'll leave this a couple days. Let you make some comments. And then we will come back with the draft episode. We're going to take our time with the draft, and then we'll do some player moments after that. So thank you all for joining me. Don't forget to hit that like below, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys next time. Later.